So it was announced a couple of days ago that Sea Viper, aka Crimson Viper from Street Fighter 4, she's going to be making her return to Street Fighter 6 later down the line. And I think she's supposed to be a part of like a new DLC or season pass or something like that. And it's something that has a lot of people talking, have a lot of Capcom and Street Fighter fans, along with gaming fans in general, talking because um, I don't think Sea Viper was a playable character in Street Fighter 5. And honestly, when she was first introduced in Street Fighter 4, she came off as an interesting character because I don't think she was necessarily like just a gimmick. I mean, she was a more believable character because she worked as a secret agent for SIN, also known as Sin, which is a villainous organization within the game. But she was a double agent because she was like secretly working for the CIA. And I think that whole storyline back in Street Fighter 4 was one of the best that we have gotten in the entire series. And a lot of people feel like as a character, she was difficult to, play as back in the day. And a lot of people feel like she was, overshadowed by other characters who were a little bit more popular, like, Chun-Li, Juri, Cammy. I think Ibuki was in Super Street Fighter 4. And on top of that, you got this game, and then I think Capcom decided to bring back Elena and add Mai Shiranui um, from King of Fighters in this game as well. So it's quite possible that she might be upstaged in this game to some extent also. But a lot of people had nothing but good things to say about her character design in this game. And for the most part, I feel like if Capcom was smart, they would make they would make Sea Viper easier to play as in terms of like, controlling her move set and stuff like that. They would make it like a lot easier for people to, play as her in this game opposed to what we got in Street Fighter 4. But again, that's not my decision. It's just a suggestion. And I feel like, Crimson Viper for the most part is going to be a sought after DLC once it finally drops. And whether or not Sea Viper can save Street Fighter 6 or she can make it more interesting, absolutely, because I feel like for the most part, her character is something that a lot of people have had nothing but good things to say about. And I think she was in I think the last major game she was in was Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and a lot of people know that game was really big when it came out back in 2011, and it was successful. And you look at um, Street Fighter 6, since its release back in 2023, it did like 5 mil in terms of sales. So I honestly think the game is doing pretty good in terms of sales so far. And the thing is, it hasn't been 5 years yet, and it's quite possible by the time we get to like 2028, it'll probably reach like 10 mil, or it'll probably reach 10 mil in 2027. But yeah, I mean, I feel like Street Fighter is going to continue bringing back more older characters to try and add to the overall appeal of Street Fighter 6 because there's so much to do in the game with arcade mode and campaign and versus, and you got online gameplay and world tour. I feel like the replay value in Street Fighter 6 is damn near endless. And I feel like adding Sea Viper as a DLC to this game could do nothing but help the overall quality of this title in general. So I honestly feel like this is really good news. I do feel like, for the most part, um, adding her to the game could definitely, um, boost the sales of Street Fighter 6. And who knows? We might see more like Street Fighter 4 characters as DLC in Street Fighter 6 a little bit later down the line.